first day and you don't know what you should do, what you shouldn't do, well, let me tell you. We're gonna start with 10 don'ts. Number 1, don't be late.
Coach, sorry, flat tire. Here, what do you need? Coach, alarm didn't go off. Slept in a little bit, but I'm here. Coach, car broke down, a little late, but we got pulled over, state trooper behind me on the way here. I'm here now. What's up?
No one likes the coach that comes in the first day, they got no idea what they're doing, no idea what they're getting into, and the first thing that they do is show up 15 minutes late. Number 2, don't come in after a 4 a.m. party session.
All right, let's do this, guys. Yeah, go.
And think that you're gonna get away with not smelling like booze and not looking awful. Your hair shouldn't be all over the place. You should be ready to go and ready to lock in and be ready to coach every single one of those athletes. Don't be shy. You gotta get outside your comfort zone. You gotta understand that these kids, if you are shy, they're gonna take advantage of every single opportunity that they can have to make sure they push you over. Don't be shy. Get outside that comfort zone and do the job that you were hired to do. Don't be the intern that just sits in the corner and doesn't do anything, doesn't say anything. If you stand in the same 5-foot region for a whole hour, you're not learning anything. Don't walk around the weight room with your hands in your pockets. What if you gotta grab a barbell or lift up a dumbbell or maybe spot somebody? Who knows? If it's your first day on the job and you've never coached before, don't jump right in and be the rah-rah guy or the coach that thinks that they know everything.
Woo! Let's go, boys! Come on! Woo! Come on! Woo!
Take a step back, observe, walk around the room, make sure you know exactly what's going on, but don't be the person that goes in there and jumps in and comes into the room and this huge motivational individual and the kids have no idea who you are. All right, come in, make sure you know the room before you go in there and do that. Don't quit unless you have a really, really good reason. Unless somebody completely understands why you're quitting, don't quit. People remember those things. You are here to learn, right? You're here to learn and do nothing else but learn. So don't date the athletes.
Oh, hey, what up, girl? Squat's looking good today. What's up?
That's your number 1 ticket to get booted out of here. Don't be the intern that thinks that everything needs to be done by the book. If it's safe, all right, and that coach has a legitimate reason as to why they're doing it, then it's okay. As long as it's not going to harm the athletes and that coach has some thought behind why they're doing it and the reason why they're going about their program the way that they're doing that, then there's nothing wrong with it. And you need to understand that and learn from the individual that you're working for. Learn on your feet. No head strength coach or assistant strength coach wants an intern that doesn't know how to handle little things right away. They look over at you and say, hey, I really need you to go set up for this, this, and this, and this. You need to be able to think on your feet, oh man, I really got to be able to do this right now and do it quickly. So ask all the questions that you have. Just make sure that it's the right time at the right place. Don't be the person that goes up to the strength coach while they're trying to explain something and ask them why they're doing it. Wait till after the lift and then make sure you get a good explanation for what your question is. Always be 15 minutes early.
Hi, Coach. What's up? What's the plan for the day?
Even if it's bitter cold outside and you have to sit on a salt box until your boss shows up, be there 15 minutes early. They remember. Trust me. Move around. Meet the athletes and connect with as many people as you can. Don't be afraid to shake hands. Don't be afraid to pat people on the back. Don't be afraid to tell people that they're doing things wrong when they're doing things wrong in terms of the athletes. Be the person that's willing to go out of their way to help those athletes in every single aspect of their life. Always be the coach that realizes that no job is not your job. The littlest, tiniest thing, do it better than anybody else is willing to do it. All those things are going to add up, and that head strength and conditioning coach is going to realize that, and they're going to understand that you did a great job. Always understand that there is a million ways to do things. There's not one single way that works more than another. And every single coach is going to have a different philosophy and a different way that they like to do things. And the faster you realize that there are a million ways to do things and that there's more than one way that works, the better off you're going to be. Always be open-minded and always understand that there's always a reason as to why they're doing things the way they're doing things. And like I said, if you have a question, ask. That's the only way that you're going to learn. Thanks for watching the first episode of the internship series. If you guys have any questions, please email our team at strengthcoachselect@gmail.com. Otherwise, tune in next Thursday. We're going to be going over the squat, the bench, the deadlift, and the military press. And we're going to have 4 different coaches are going to be on here and teach you guys how they go through their teaching progressions for those 4 different movements and how they implement their programs with their athletes. I think it's going to be great for to kind of build a base with the interns and make sure that they know exactly what the coaching cues are and what they have to do to implement that into their program. Again, if you guys have anything, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day. I hope you learned something.